I'm Mrs. Lehnhart, an art teacher, and I've been your art teacher before, back when you were in school. If you're in second grade, you might remember that we did leaf printing together last year. And if you're in third grade, you might remember that we did some line printing with some interesting printing tools and paint, and you made buildings. I'm an art teacher, but I'm also an artist, and I really like to use a sketchbook to draw things that I think are interesting, that I see. Most of the drawings in my sketchbook are a kind of drawing we call drawing from observation. When we draw from observation, we look at an object really closely and we draw what we see. This kind of drawing helps me notice things I've never seen before. Let's get ready to draw. You'll need your sketchbook or a plain piece of paper, a pencil with an eraser if possible, and your drawing cycle sticker. Today we'll be practicing drawing by finding a small, interesting object in your house somewhere. It could be a hammer, or a small toy, or a set of keys, or a can opener, or a marker pen. I think I'll practice my drawing today with a set of keys. When we draw from observation, we can use this drawing cycle to help us remember the steps. Step number 1, observe. Look closely at your object. 2, plan. Where will you start? Point to that place on the object. 3, practice. Practice drawing the shape in the air first with your finger. 4, draw with your pencil. We're going to do a warm-up drawing today with a very important tool that you have right on your body. We're going to use our thumb as our subject for our warm-up. Open up your sketchbook to the first open page, and let's take a look at our thumb. The first step of the drawing cycle is to observe. So first I'm going to observe my thumb. I notice that it has a thumbnail with an interesting line in it. I notice there's a curve right here on this side of it. I notice that my thumb has some interesting wrinkles right here. There's some different colors on the skin. There's some more wrinkles down here. There's a little bend in this part of it. So the first step when you draw from observation is to observe, look closely. The second step of our drawing cycle is to plan. Where will I start drawing? Will I start drawing at the top of the thumb or the bottom on this side? I think I'll start right here at the top, right next to that thumbnail. And I'm going to also point to a place on my page where I will start my drawing. I want to be sure that if I'm going to start here at the top, I also start at the top of my page so I have plenty of room for the whole drawing to fit on that paper. Next step is to practice drawing it in the air first with your finger, just to feel what that first line is going to be like. So if my plan is to start here, I'm going to be coming around this side of the thumb. I'm just going to feel that with my finger. Practice it in the air first. There's that curve, and then it comes in. All right, now I'm ready to draw. I'm going to go slowly, letting my eyes travel down my thumb. When I see a curve, I draw the curve. And there we go. Now I'm ready to do the next part of my thumb. I'm going to observe it, and then I'm going to practice it in the air. So I'm going to do this side of the thumb. I think if I were to plan, I'm going to start about right here. That's about how wide the thumb needs to be. And I'm going to come up this edge. So let's practice that in the air first. We go up, we've got some wrinkles, and then we continue on up, and it gets smooth when it gets to the thumbnail. Okay, here I go, ready to draw. Come up. When my eyes see a wrinkle, I'm going to draw that with my pencil. There's some more wrinkles. And then it comes up, and here's the smooth part where the nail is. Anytime I make a mistake or draw a line that isn't what I want, like if I were to go too far up there, I can just fix that with an eraser. Okay, I'm going to draw the thumbnail, so I'm going to observe it first. I'm going to practice it in the air. It goes in and up and around, and now I'm going to draw it in and up and around. And then I'm going to look for some more details that I might have missed. Can you see any? I've I've got all these interesting wrinkles in here. I think I'll draw some of those. Come in like that. I've got one that comes down like that. There's a little line that kind of goes like that. I also notice there's some more wrinkles in this part of my thumb. And then there's the nail. The thumbnail has that interesting little crescent or that line like that. There's even a little wrinkle here. A thumb is such an important tool. Human beings have it and not very many animals do. It's a really important tool that helps us do a lot of things. I'm interested in looking at the parts of this tool and labeling them and thinking about what they might be used for. So wrinkles are one of the parts. I'm going to write that here. And I'm going to guess on what might be the purpose of the wrinkles. I think they might be so it can bend. We're going to pause the video so that you can do a warm-up drawing of your own thumb. When you finish with your drawing, label some of the parts and write what you think they might be used for. I labeled a few of my parts, and I wrote what I thought the purpose for those parts were. I'm going to title this page Thumb. And another thing I like to do with my sketchbook pages is draw a little border around them. It just makes it feel more finished. And then finally, I'd like to invite you to ask a couple questions that you have about thumbs now that you've looked so closely at them. I think I'm going to draw a set of keys today. Now I could just say, well, these are keys, right? I know what keys look like. Keys look like this, right? Well, kind of. I mean, somebody would know that was a key, but is that a picture of these keys? If I want to draw a picture of these keys, I'm going to follow the drawing cycle and look closely at this object and draw what I see. I'll open up my sketchbook to the first available page. I think I'll set the keys down right here where I can see them really easily. Spread them out a little bit. And now I'm ready to begin using the drawing cycle. When you're finished with your drawing, you can make a title. You also can label things. You can write a question. Good job, artists. So this week you can look around your house and find some other interesting objects to draw. Maybe a set of car keys, and you can label the parts of the car keys and think about what their purposes are. Maybe one of your favorite toys, or maybe the remote control for your TV set, or maybe your TV, or maybe your computer, or maybe a small pencil sharpener. There's so many possibilities. Artists, if you got a drawing cycle sticker with your sketchbook, you can take the backing off that sticker, you can put it inside your front cover of your drawing sketchbook or on the outside cover and decorate your cover in any way you want. Gunishtjish for drawing with me today, and I'll see you next time for our second drawing lesson. Happy drawing!